In the beginning, before the reign of the mighty Zeus, before the elegance of Mount Olympus, there was a time of chaos, a time when the world was ruled by beings of immense power known as the Titans. But as with all great powers, there came a time when the old had to make way for the new. This is the story of one of the most intense battles in Greek mythology, the Titanomachy, the war of the Titans against the Olympians. Let's take a step back, before the war, before the chaos. The Titans were the children of Gaia, Earth, and Uranus, Sky, the primal forces of the cosmos. They were the first rulers, a race of giants who possessed unimaginable power. Among them was Cronus, the leader of the Titans and the one who would come to define the fate of the cosmos. Cronus had overthrown his father, Uranus, by castrating him. That's how these ancient gods solved their power struggles. Cronus, fearing the same fate, decided to devour each of his children as they were born. Imagine the terror. A god so paranoid that he would rather consume his offspring than face the possibility of losing power. But Rhea, Cronus's wife, couldn't bear to lose all her children. When Zeus was born, she tricked Cronus by giving him a stone wrapped in swaddling cloth, and Cronus, blinded by his fear, swallowed it whole without a second thought. Meanwhile, Zeus was raised in secret, far away from his father's madness. When Zeus came of age, he wasn't content with hiding in the shadows. He knew the fate of his siblings, trapped inside Cronus's belly. With the help of the goddess Metis, Zeus gave Cronus a potion that forced him to vomit out the children he had swallowed: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. And with that, the Olympians were reunited. This was the beginning of the Titanomachy. Zeus, along with his brothers and sisters, declared war on the Titans. On one side stood the Olympians, led by Zeus, armed with lightning bolts gifted by the Cyclopes. On the other side were the Titans, led by Cronus, powerful and ancient beings who had ruled for eons. The war wasn't quick or easy. It raged on for 10 long years, 10 years of thunder, fire, and the earth trembling under the weight of these colossal beings clashing. The Titans, with their immense size and strength, were a formidable force. But the Olympians had something their predecessors lacked: strategy and alliances. Zeus knew that brute force alone wouldn't win the war, so he sought the help of the Hecatonkairos and the Cyclopes. The Cyclopes, grateful to Zeus for freeing them from Tartarus, forged his mighty thunderbolts, while the Hecatonkairos with their 100 arms rained down boulders and fire on the Titans. Each Olympian played their part. Poseidon, with his trident, shook the very foundations of the earth. Hades, though often associated with death, was a master of tactics and subterfuge. The war scenes must have been otherworldly, gods hurling elements of nature itself at each other as the sky burned and the ground cracked open beneath them. After 10 brutal years, the Olympians finally triumphed. The Titans, once invincible, were overthrown. Most of them were cast into the deepest, darkest pits of Tartarus, bound by chains for eternity. Their reign was over, and a new era under the rule of Zeus and the Olympians had begun. With the Titans defeated, Zeus became the king of the gods, ruling from Mount Olympus. His brothers, Poseidon and Hades, took control of the sea and the underworld, respectively. The world, now governed by the Olympians, would see a new age of order, justice, and divine law. But this victory came at a great cost: scars on the earth and deep tensions that would echo throughout myth and history. The Titanomachy wasn't just a battle of gods. It was a battle for the very order of the cosmos. It marked the end of chaos and the beginning of the rule of the Olympians, whose stories would shape the course of mythology for centuries to come. But, like all great myths, it leaves us with questions. Was it truly a victory, or merely a cycle of power repeating itself? Would the Olympians one day meet the same fate as the Titans? In Greek mythology, nothing is ever truly certain. Power, after all, is as fleeting as lightning itself. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the Titanomachy. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the myths of the gods, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic stories from the world of mythology. And, as always, leave your thoughts below. Do you think the Olympians were justified in their rebellion? I'd love to hear what you think.